Hello everybody and welcome to part 4 of my oscillator investigations videos. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at a frequency divider circuit. Now this circuit comprises of two parts. There's the main oscillator and a 74HC393 4-bit binary counter. It's a dual binary counter, so there's two on the chip. I'm only using one of them. It has ground on pin 7 and power on pin 14, and this pin here is positive, this pin here is negative, and this pin is our output. So it outputs 1 megahertz, and that goes to the clock pin of the 74HC393, and there's a reset pin on the 74HC393 which goes to ground so it doesn't reset. And let's go ahead and measure our output from the oscillator without any frequency division. And you will see that we get 1 megahertz, and it's a square wave. It's a bit noisy, has some weird voltage spikes. So we'll now measure the first bit from our binary counter, and this should divide the frequency by 2 because the first bit only turns on every 2 clock cycles. So let's measure that, and you can see we get 500 kilohertz, which is 1/2 of 1 megahertz. Now we'll probe the second bit. So on the second bit we get 250 kilohertz, which is 1/4 of our 1 megahertz original frequency, because that second bit only turns on every 4 clock cycles. So now I'll measure the third bit. The third bit turns on every 8 clock cycles, so we get a frequency of 125 kilohertz exactly. Now I'll probe the final bit, the fourth bit, which turns on every 16 clock cycles. And you could see that we get something that I have to adjust a bit. So let's get that adjusted, and we will see that we get 62.5 kilohertz, which is a 16th of our original 1 megahertz. So guys, that is the frequency divider, lo and behold, and it is a very useful circuit for, you know, if you build a computer with a microprocessor and you need different clock speeds, or you want to be able to run it with a slow clock and a fast clock. And it's a very useful circuit for several different applications, and it's fairly simple to understand. It's used in a lot of digital clocks too, to divide up the frequencies for the seconds and minutes and hours. And that is it guys for part 4. I hope to see you guys next time for my future videos. I will make more videos in this series, and you will see a lot more of my oscilloscope, and I will also make more videos about my 6502 computer. So that is it guys, I'm out. Peace out.